This week we're going to do a couple of different things. First, this week begins a month of angels. That's right, for the next 4 weeks, we're going to be looking at movies with angels as the theme in some way. So that'll be fun, right? And B, we're starting off the month by taking a request, which is something I don't do very often. But when someone asks about a movie I've never heard of, then I've really got to investigate. The movie was originally seen on Crackle.com, but it's now available on DVD and was requested by YouTube user Clone4Is Me. It stars Zoe Bell. It's Angel of Death. Here's the story. Zoe plays Eve, a ruthless mafia hitwoman. When we first meet Eve, she's on a mission to kill a man who's being very highly protected. Eve makes her way to the penthouse of a huge building, kills her target and his bodyguard, but there's a problem. It seems that her target has a daughter, and that daughter has decided not to go to a tennis lesson on this particular day, and she and her bodyguard show up as Eve is leaving, forcing Eve, of course, to kill them all. But these bodyguards are a bit more prepared, and Eve winds up with a knife in her head. That's right, a giant knife right in the skull. And like so many Discovery Channel freak fests, Eve somehow lives through it and is taken to the doctor. And that's where our real story begins. You see, the knife wound to the brain changes Eve's outlook on her career, and she's haunted by the girl she was forced to kill, so she begins hunting down and killing the people she's been working for all of these years. Angel of Death is like a live-action comic book, which is appropriate since it's written by comic book legend Ed Brubaker. Zoe Bell is absolutely great in this, although it's really about the fight scenes more than the acting, which again, you'd expect in this kind of movie. The only disappointment I really had was that the movie promotes Lucy Lawless and Ted Raimi being in the movie, and both are there, but Lawless is wasted in a really tiny role with a little bit of a nod to Zoe Bell being her stunt double in Xena, and Raimi is in so little of the movie that to call it a cameo is really an overstatement. But let's be honest, we're not renting Angel of Death for the characters or the acting. You're here for the fights and the stunts, and they're here in spades. I'm giving Angel of Death 3 out of 4 cigars. It's not perfect, but if you enjoy a lot of action and a fast-paced story, then Angel of Death is for you. If you're a big fan of comic books or action movies, then your rental dollar is going to be well spent here. So until next week, when we'll meet back here, remember that I'll be attacking people on the indie scene over at RogueCinema.com. And I'll be defending myself against the onslaught of new horror DVD releases every Tuesday over at FearZone.com. And after a little rest, I'll be back here next week to attack another movie and once again remind you that the best movies are bad movies.